right, podcast world, are you ready?
My name is Brandon Arroyo. This is the Brandon Arroyo podcast. Start the show. Hello. Welcome to episode number 3 of the Brandon Arroyo podcast. Hope you're having a great Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve today. It's not only a Monday, it is also Christmas Eve. Hope that you are enjoying yourself. I know sometimes holidays can be a little hectic. If you're traveling, be safe on your travels. And I'm happy that we'll be able to give you this audio experience for your late night travels on Christmas Eve, and wishing you a Merry Christmas to all of our Jewish viewers. I hope you enjoyed your Hanukkah earlier this month. And I am thinking today about the fact that there should really be a nice Christmas parade. You know, the Thanksgiving Day parade is fantastic. I do think that there is a Christmas Day parade somewhere, but it's nothing quite like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. What's there to talk about today? Let's see. My Cleveland Browns won yesterday, which is exciting. But staying on the topic of holidays, you know, I have been deciding between moving to New York or Los Angeles, California. And it has come to the time where that decision has been made. But I thought it might be a little bit more exciting to do this episode next week. It'll be, I believe, New Year's Eve on Monday. So, on New Year's Eve, I will do the new podcast from either New York or Los Angeles. And it will be exciting and fun and the start of a new chapter, and I'm really excited to have you guys all a part of it. I will say this, though. For as nice as the weather is in California, Southern California, it seems like the holiday season is really bookended by New York. So the holiday season really starts with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which is in Manhattan. And then it ends with the New Year's Day or New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square. It's just an exciting thing. It's an exciting time to be, whether you are in New York City in the winter or in Los Angeles where you don't have to worry about cold weather. It's going to be a exciting time. Speaking of exciting times, I have a really cool interview for you guys today. His name is Asaf Goren, and he's somebody that was on the show Worst Cooks in America with me. He is a musician. He is a model. He recently just got off of a modeling gig with Fila, and you've seen him everywhere. I mean, he was in a Britney Spears music video as one of the love interests of Britney Spears. He was on Ellen. He was on So You Think You Can Dance. He was on Are You the One on MTV. He's been all over the place. And now he is on the Brandon Arroyo podcast. So, from a Britney Spears music video, from Ellen, from every reality TV show you could want to watch, here he is with no further ado, Asaf Goren. Roll it. Asaf, thank you for giving me a little bit of your time, brother. It's good to chat with you. It's been a little while. Where are you currently at right now? I know you were doing some traveling for the modeling for a little bit.
Oh la la, it's been a while, man. It's good to talk to you. I'm excited. Right now I'm in Los Angeles. I'm back. I've been 4 months in the Philippines, currently doing a TV show out there. Yeah, man, been doing music out there, TV show, a little bit of modeling. Just keep grinding, you know, and trying to represent.
Absolutely, man. And I know you've been doing a lot of work, and I want to get to all of that, but maybe we could take it back to the start real quick. From way back when you were first growing up, what was it about entertainment that made you want to get involved with it? Were you always kind of the center of attention, the class clown when you were growing up?
I think I don't know. I think it's coming from home, seeing my mother as a dancing teacher, always dancing in the living room, or even once in a while, seeing my dad being the center of the attention by like himself, like being the dude that always smiling, doing the things that people are a little bit shy to do, being shy to do, or I think I just grew up to surround myself with a super funny and entertaining parent.
Absolutely. Now, you said that your mom was a dance teacher. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, she's a dance teacher. Nothing to do with breakdancing, but definitely, you know what? I'll tell you. I think part of being an entertainer is to be genuine and to be real and honest. Not just with people or like with the things you do, but definitely within yourself. And I think my mom, she's the one who taught me how. Like, she didn't teach me that, but I mean, I copied her behavior, and she's basically the person that I saw that's always smiling. She's always smiling, my mom. So what can I say? This is the first thing that, if you smile with no reason, you can be definitely a good entertainer.
Yeah, and I think that in something like entertainment, where you're going to hear no so many times, it's a good thing to have that positive vibe for yourself, to know that you can have that confidence in yourself no matter what any sort of audition might tell you.
I mean, it's a must. It's a must. Of course, I mean, as long as you love or you have a specific goal and vision, nothing can stop you. And if it's a no, you'll get 100 or 1,000 no's. Eventually, you'll get yes. It's statistics. The more you try, the faster you're gonna get to your goal, to the things you wanna achieve. So, never give up. It's not just that slogan. This is a real life situation. Just keep going.
And where exactly did you grow up in Israel?
I grew up in a city next to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is like the New York or the LA of Israel. It's like another country, let's say, because it's like, let's say it's a gay capital, very open city, with a lot of culture and stuff. So basically, I grew up around there. So, it's a Tel Aviv, let's say, is a great combination of the Middle East, the Israeli vibe, together with the American and Western culture. So I grew up still on rap music, for example, and breakdancing and hip-hop, together with like Mediterranean Jewish prayers surrounding, like you can hear it all over the city and country. So yeah, man, that's where I grew up.
And was that the same rap and pop music that we were hearing here in America, or did you have Israeli artists?
100%. It's also, of course, Israeli artists, but definitely the same artists, like, I don't know, back then, Eminem. I grew up on the Marshall Mathers LP, and, of course, we Justin Timberlake, 50 Cent, in D12, the TRL, we all had it back then.
It's a big thing, no matter what age you are, to make that decision that you want to move from your hometown to one of the big cities. What was that process like for you in deciding to come to America? Did you always know you wanted to come to the United States? And when did it really become a real idea that you were going to do it?
Look, it was pretty spontaneous, but, I remember myself as a kid. It was like, when I'm saying a kid, I remember myself like a 10-year-old kid holding the deodorant, and while I saw like there was for example a Justin Timberlake song on MTV, I used to stand in front of the mirror and mimicking this song. That's definitely something that I remember, but it was pretty spontaneous. I did a reality show in Israel back in 2013. I stayed in Israel for a year. And I was like, all right, what's next? Like, I need a challenge. I need to, where can I go with it? Like, what can I achieve? And I wanted to take my music career to another level, So I was like, it's either to go big or like to wait for someone to make it big. So I was like, I'm going to do it right now.
Well, once you got to the States, it didn't take long for you to really make a name for yourself over here with, So You Think You Can Dance. You're instantly in front of a national audience. Did you know how big of a show that was when you had first auditioned for it? Tell me a little bit about that.
I wasn't. I definitely didn't. I was pretty naive when it comes to the TV stuff. So You Think You Can Dance was a great exposure, of course. I was the funny thing is before So You Think I was living in the back of my car for like 3 months. So I was basically homeless for 3 months, but before So You Think, and of course during the other times in LA. I mean, everything looks great from the outside sometimes, but the struggles that an artist or someone that's coming from outside, with no money, no family, no support. It's some hard stuff, So, yeah, man. I mean, So You Think was a great exposure, but just for 15 minutes of fame, still.
Now, when you were in that time period where you were living out of the back of your car, how big of an impact did the experience of your mother always having a smile on her face through all of the hard times or the good times, how much of an impact did that have on you when you did need to have a good attitude? When you're living in the back of your car, you have to have a good attitude still.
You gotta have a good attitude, but I will not hide or shy from okay. When you live in the back of when you live in the car, your self-esteem is so low because you keep asking yourself, what's wrong with me? What have I done that is wrong that brought me to this situation? It's you feel like shit, man. I used to shower in LA Fitness. I used to sleep in how do you call it, in parking lots, in Office Depot parking lots, and Social Security parking lots, stuff like this, and it's not easy. So it's either you understand it's either to go back home to cry to your mom or stay and be strong and believe in God, be positive and, do the best that you can in order to achieve what you want, because eventually we will get what we want as long as we believe in ourselves and we believe in God.
Well, you did end up getting out of that. You really you accomplished something early in your dancing career that not a lot of people can say that they did. You were in a very major music video with Britney Spears. Now, for someone that had listened to Justin Timberlake when you were younger, what was that call like when you were told that you were going to be working on a music video with Britney Spears?
Basically, I did an audition for it, a couple of auditions for that. I didn't know it's for Britney. It was confidential, super pop artist auditions at the beginning. So I didn't really know it's for Britney, but look, I didn't really hear about Britney for a while since I've done this, before I've done the video. So it was all right. I didn't really understand how big she is, so I was living the moment. I took this opportunity. I did my best to keep in touch with her and her production company. In order, I gave them some of my music, even though it wasn't really good back then when it comes to mixing and production. But still, you gotta squeeze the opportunity and to squeeze the experience, because you understand that things are time's flying fast, and also. Every experience is so temporary. I mean, one time for example, that's what happened to me. One time I was on a So You Think You Can Dance, making good money, good exposure. The other day I went back to the car when I got no money, did MTV shows, made great money, put all my money in just, invested in my green card in order to stay in the States, but then I went back to the car because I didn't have any money. So, those ups and downs makes you understand that, life's too short and you gotta enjoy every opportunity and every experience.
Having said that, knowing that you have to go from experience to experience, you have done a lot in your career. You've been on Ellen, you've been on So You Think You Can Dance, you've been on Are You the One? Do you ever get the chance to sit down and just look back and say, you have accomplished a lot in your career already?
I've done, but not enough for me, because, I came to LA in order to, make music and to achieve great things with my music, with the vision, to experience more with the things that I really love doing. But I ended up doing a lot of other things, in order to support myself financially. So, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I think one of the big things with me as someone who's done journalism for entertainment, at least, one of the things that draws me to an artist is when they have a lot of energy on stage. And that's something that you definitely have. You seem to really lose yourself in your music when you're on stage. Talk to me about the experience of being on stage and doing the music that you've created in front of a live audience.
Right. Well, it will be funny, or it will be too cocky to say, but when I'm on stage, I feel like a god. I feel like I was meant to do it. I feel great. I feel great to let people feel what I feel, or make people smile, or let people feel like my energy. And I thought I changed so many styles of music. I've been experimenting a lot of styles, but eventually I understood that I have to do what I want to do, what I love to do. So basically, I'll tell you the truth, my brother, and it's between me and you. And if you want it, you can put it in the in the article or something. But I'll tell you that something's got to be bigger than your dreams. Something's got to be bigger eventually in the end of the day, because I understood that you achieve those dreams, you're going to achieve the success, you're going to get money, you're going to get whatever you want to do in life. But eventually, it's going to stay you. Like, you gotta have something bigger. For me, I want to have a family. Eventually, my biggest dream is I want to be a father. I want to have a great family. I want to have a great wife. I want to be a great dad. Because with all the respect to those shows, and to be an entertainer, or to do great things and all that, money and all that stuff, the best experience that I have in life is to be with my family and to have dinners with my family, and that's what makes me happy, the happiest. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely great advice for sure. Is it difficult being this far away from your family? Being in Los Angeles, even though you're chasing your goals, is it difficult sometimes being that far away?
It's very difficult, of course, especially when when you in LA, you're 16 hours flight away from your family. You definitely, when it's getting tough, you can not call your mom and tell her, or to cry to your mom on the phone, or no one can save you. That's what I'm saying. It's very, very hard. So it's either to break, it's going to break you. It's either going to break you, or you're going to be stronger. You're going to be stronger. It's going to motivate you. It's going to, it's going to make you strong from the experience of being far away from your family.
Quick 5-second plug for you wherever you are listening to this from, whether you're in the gym, I don't know, walking your dog Fluffy, go ahead and check out the social media accounts. I am at Arroyo is Blessed on all social media accounts. Arroyo, spelled Arroyo. Arroyo is Blessed on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Be sure to check that out. And also, please subscribe to the Brandon Arroyo podcast on your listening devices. This is the first episode. I hope to have you around a lot longer, because I'm going to be around. So otherwise I'll just be sitting here talking to myself. So back to the interview. Well, I do want to tell you, man, your journey is inspirational. You're somebody who really went after it, and you didn't let the distance stop you or let any fears of what might happen in the unknown Los Angeles. You didn't let that stop you. So, that's one of the things I look up to you about. You really follow your heart and you follow your passion no matter where it leads you.
Thank you, my brother. And that's definitely what keeps me going. That people are actually looking up to me, and I want to do great. I want to support my friends. I want to help out friends, and of course, I want to give a better life for my families. So they depend on me. I cannot be that. Let's say that I cannot stop now.
Yeah. One of the things that you're really working on right now is your music. You just let go of the music video for Pills. Tell me a little bit about that, and a little bit about the song, and then the music video as well. I believe, were you in the Pacific Ocean, or where was that?
Yeah, it was the Pacific Ocean. We filmed it in 6 a.m. Pacific Ocean. It was mad cold, below. I was dying basically, but I is me and my homie Nir, which is he's a director here in Los Angeles. He's also originally from Israel. We grew up together, and we wanted to create. He loved my music. He loved my vision. He loved the look that I'm approaching, the styles that I'm combining. Basically, he can really relate the whole vision that I have. So we decided to create 12 music videos. We already made 8, and we're just releasing it almost every Monday of like every week. So Pills, it's just another song that I recorded in my room. I felt like the lead line on the main hook is just say, I just popped the pill to sail away from myself. Basically, the pills represent everything that helps me, feel alive, or to stay out of my head, which is, music, my family, even talking with my sisters, or, I don't know, like making art, jackets, everything.
That's awesome, man. One thing, just one last question for you. I always like to have my guests leave us with some advice about just getting through the struggle, because I know we've talked about it a few times on here already, but I think it's so important for young musicians, young actors to really get through those hard times. What's some advice from you on that?
So my suggestion is don't live your life based on any rules. If you want to do something, there's no rule. If you want to meet someone, go and knock on his door. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't be afraid to do anything. You want to go somewhere, buy a ticket, get into debt, take loans, take that trip, take that risk, take that dream job that you want to have. Do anything in your powers to make it happen. There is no rules. Don't listen to anyone. You know the truth. You know better than anyone else. Take that trip. Take risk. Look stupid. It's all right. God is with you, and God helping those who are really hungry and ambitious to achieve their dreams.
Asaf is such a driven individual. Really someone that just goes after it. And that's something that I really admire about Asaf, and something that hope to translate into my own life a little bit. Just going after it, making it happen. And there's not really a better time to do it. It's gonna be 2019 here. We'll talk in the next episode about New Year's and the excitement of all of that, and just a fresh start. 2018 for some may not have been the benchmark year that you were looking for. 2019, brand new, fresh start. Each day is a fresh start, but, the new year is just an added extra deal. I thank you so much for being with me on this podcast journey, and I look forward to talking to all of you again soon. The next time I speak with you, it'll either be from New York or L.A., So for the final time from downtown Cleveland, as I look at this skyline here with the beautiful Huntington Bank building, the beautiful Key Tower, for the final time from downtown Cleveland, the skies of the city that birthed rock and roll, I'm Brandon Arroyo. This has been the Brandon Arroyo Podcast. I'll see you next time.